Hey there, TRASTRA fans. For a moment there, between Friday and right now, I thought of maybe breaking my promise to dedicate the entire episode 118 of your beloved Newsreel to MiCA and comment on the debate instead, but none of those two delinquents mentioned crypto once throughout this shameful spectacle. So here I go, retaining my dignity by fulfilling the promise to tell you in one sitting all you need to know about markets and crypto assets, MiCA, this sweeping European Union crypto regulation. Enjoy. All right, so what is MiCA? MiCA represents the European Union's comprehensive regulatory framework for cryptocurrency. It applies to crypto assets not already governed by existing European Union regulations, but notably excludes Bitcoin and tokens without issuers. Digital wallet transactions exceeding 1,000 euros between an individual's wallet and a service provider will fall under its jurisdiction. Which bodies oversee compliance with MiCA? The European Securities and Markets Authority, ESMA, will establish a public register for non-compliant crypto asset service providers operating without authorization within the EU. The European Banking Authority, EBA, will assist in overseeing compliance. How does MiCA categorize different types of crypto assets? Well, MiCA categorizes crypto assets into three types: asset reference tokens, ARTs, electronic money tokens, EMTs, and a broader category for other crypto assets not covered by existing EU law, such as utility tokens. What has been the public reaction to MiCA and what are the potential impacts? Well, the public reaction to MiCA has been mixed. Some in the crypto community praise the new rules, while others criticize them. We're going to talk about those a little later in the video. People feel that they're insufficient or overly restrictive. Notably, MiCA currently lacks provisions for DeFi platforms, staking, or NFTs, leaving these areas basically unregulated in the European Union. Well, at least for now. How does MiCA affect regular cryptocurrency users in the European Union? Well, one major impact is the limited access to stablecoins, as MiCA imposes restrictions that could reduce the choices available to you. Specifically, exchanges are banned from processing over 1 million daily transactions for goods or services, both off-chain and on-chain. This cap could pose major challenges for large stablecoin issuers like Tether and Circle to operate within the EU. We'll talk about that a little later in the video. Crypto businesses will inevitably encounter some additional costs in dealing with extra compliance measures dictated by MiCA, which will most likely be passed on to you, the user. So beware of that. What is a key requirement for stablecoin issuers under MiCA? Well, a key requirement for stablecoin issuers under MiCA is obtaining authorization from a national competent authority within the European Union. This process mandates issuers demonstrate sufficient capital reserves, maintain transparent governance structures, and adhere to robust risk management practices. Additionally, issuers must publish a detailed white paper outlining the token's characteristics, rights, and the underlying asset's value. Besides stablecoins, what else does MiCA regulate? MiCA regulates several key areas beyond stablecoins. Crypto asset services. This includes trading platforms, custody providers, and other entities that handle crypto assets. These services must inform consumers about the risks and costs associated with digital asset trading. Additionally, service providers must comply with cryptocurrency transfer information disclosure requirements detailing sender and recipient information. Crypto assets not covered under existing EU regulations. This category encompasses tokens issued through distributed ledger technology and other crypto assets not classified under current EU financial regulations like MiFID II. However, MiCA does not cover non-fungible tokens, we already talked about that, or peer-to-peer transfers, which is a good thing. We'll also cover that a little later in the video. Crypto asset service providers, which is firms including exchanges and trading platforms that offer services related to crypto assets, are required to register with the EU and meet stringent regulatory standards. Energy consumption. MiCA mandates that significant cryptocurrency service providers disclose their energy usage, aligning with the EU's broader initiative to monitor and reduce the sector's carbon footprint. What two categories of stablecoins does MiCA define? Under MiCA, stablecoins are categorized into two distinct types, so we got down to it finally. Asset reference tokens, ARTs, and electronic money tokens, e-money tokens. ARTs are designed to maintain their value by being pegged to a diversified basket of assets, which can include a mix of currencies or commodities. In contrast, e-money tokens are anchored to a single fiat currency, providing a direct one-to-one linkage. What is the grandfathering period for MiCA? This is a fun word I've actually learned while I was researching the video, this whole topic. I've never heard such a thing, grandfathering period. But anyway, MiCA offers a surprisingly long, optional 18 months transitional period known as the grandfathering period for crypto firms to transition to the new regime. However, there's talk about shortening that period to 12 months. We'll see how that plays out. How will MiCA impact non-euro pegged stablecoins? MiCA regulation imposes a stringent daily transaction cap of $1 million on non-euro pegged stablecoins, a total bummer for issuers like Tether and Circle, since 99% of the stablecoin market is dominated by USD pegged, by the US dollar pegged tokens. But according to the Secretary General of Blockchain for Europe, non-euro denominated stablecoins exceeding a certain threshold will be prohibited from issuance and use in the EU. However, MiCA's restrictions do not affect stablecoin issuers' capacity to serve European customers if their tokens are not employed as a means of exchange, such as in transactions for goods or services. That's a major caveat, and it's actually a backdoor. But I think I'm going to cover that in a separate video. It's kind of a big deal. But transactions between cryptocurrencies, peer-to-peer exchanges, and cryptocurrency exchange for e-money tokens remain permissible under the new regulations. In other words, the way I understand this, and correct me in the comments if you feel I'm wrong, you can swap your USD pegged tokens for anything, any other token, but it's cashing it out to euros when MiCA regs and caps kick in, so beware of that. You can basically do anything you want with your stable coins that are dollar pegged, but if you want to exchange them for euros, that's a whole different ballgame. Also, the movement of assets between addresses or accounts owned by the same individual will not qualify as a transaction. Additionally, transactions where both participating parties are outside the European Union might be excluded from these measurements. Conversely, any transaction involving at least one party within the EU is likely to be included in the daily limit. So how can stablecoin issuers comply with MiCA? Well, I know that for you as a user of cryptocurrency, this doesn't really matter, but to comply with the market and crypto assets regulations, stablecoin issuers are required to secure either an e-money institution license or a banking license, both of which entail sufficient costs and lengthy procedures. Circle has announced its plan to obtain an e-money license by June 30th, with the goal of issuing EURC, its euro-backed stablecoin, in the European Union from its Circle France subsidiary in accordance with MiCA regulations. Additionally, Circle aims to offer USDC to its EU-based customers pending regulatory approval. In parallel, Tether is actually negotiating with European exchanges to maintain the listing of USDT and other Tether tokens under MiCA compliance. It's going to be tough. We're going to talk about Tether a little later in the video. When will MiCA be fully implemented? On June 30th, 2024, which is today. Well, it was yesterday, Sunday, but I'm recording the video on Monday. So the rules pertaining to stablecoins, including asset reference tokens and electronic money tokens, came into effect. Following this, the remaining provisions encompassing licensing and regulatory requirements for crypto asset service providers will be fully enforced by December 30th, 2024. However, some sources suggest that the complete implementation could extend into January 2025. The European Securities and Markets Authority is expected to finalize and issue technical standards and guidelines to clarify the regulatory framework by the end of 2024. Hopefully we'll know by then what happens next. What aspect of MiCA has caused concern for Tether CEO? This is my favorite section of the entire video. Tether CEO Paulo Ardoino hates three things about MiCA. One is capital reserve requirements and a mandate for full disclosure. There's plenty of literature out there by now. They hate disclosure. Tether hates disclosure. Secondly, MiCA's Article 23 imposes transaction caps, limiting issuers to 1 million transactions of a daily value of 200 million euros, far below Tether's global daily trading volume of approximately $27 billion, which could severely restrict its operations. And of course, the rampant delistings, namely Binance's move to restrict access to unauthorized stablecoins in Europe, raising the possibility that MiCA might impact the availability of Tether's USDT for European users. Exchanges OKX and Bitstamp have already delisted USDT or EURT. These are Tether's euro-pegged stablecoin due to MiCA, so it's really, I'm sure it's very annoying for Ardoino. But how will MiCA impact Binance users? Since Binance still maintains a tight grip on at least 50% of the European crypto market, actually a mind-boggling feat in my view. I mean, CZ's survivability is astonishing to me personally. I'm going to say a few words about Binance's reaction to MiCA, specifically Binance, because already many exchanges have delisted USDT and all that, but Binance is what really matters because they really rule the high seas. So starting June 30th, Binance will enforce restrictions on using stablecoins not regulated under the MiCA within the European Economic Area. These limitations will affect various Binance products and services, including purchasing via Binance Convert, borrowing and transferring in margin trading, new subscriptions to Simple Earn, and P2P and OTC trading. However, users will still be able to engage in spot trading, deposits, withdrawals, and holding of these stablecoins without restriction. Additionally, Binance has already shut off access access to copy trading for European Economic Area users as of June 26th. Users were required to close their positions and transfer funds back to their spot wallets by June 27th, after which any open positions were automatically closed. Also from June 24th, referral commissions for spot and margin trading will be paid in Binance's native token, BNB, rather than in stablecoin. So yeah, go ahead and log on to your Binance account and see what you can do with BNB right now. I dare you. I wonder, it's not much. They're still figuring things out, so it's kind of stuck in limbo. Anyway, there you have it, a relatively comprehensive overview of MiCA, which I'm sure begs the question on your part. What does any of that have to do with me and TRASTRA? Well, not a whole lot, really. This video is basically to put your concerns to rest and tell you that your assets are safe with us. We're not a stablecoin issuer. All our licensing in the European Union is in total order, and our volumes do not exceed daily limits set up by MiCA. So we don't have to provide any extra layer of security, which means no more extra verification from you is necessary, at least for now. And we have at least 18 months to iron out any discrepancies should they arise. So in short, we're here, we will remain here, we will serve you, and we're going to remain on the market for the observed future. That's basically it. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was educational. Make sure to comment on this thing. This is still a very much ongoing discussion about MiCA. As you know, all financial documents are extremely tough to read. They're very much open to interpretation of all kinds, and this is how lawyers make their nut. So comment, let me know where I went wrong, point out all the mistakes, join our community, join the discussion. I very much encourage it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.